Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Rob's Rig. So let's talk about the four-door Jeep Wrangler experience. You know, this is the first four-door Jeep I've ever had in the form of a Wrangler. I've had Gladiators, obviously, but never a Wrangler. And I've only had, well, I've had a few. I guess I've had 3 Jeep Wrangler two-doors. And let me say, first of all, this is different. The ride quality is for sure better, even with the more aggressive mud tires that this thing came with. And I've talked about those before. Not a fan. Those are going to have to go. But the ride quality otherwise is still better than what I experienced in the two-door Jeep Wrangler. It was a much firmer, I guess, and rougher ride than what this has. Of course, storage space, right? We've got the rear area behind the rear seats, which we're going to get to in a minute, which allows us to be able to carry more stuff in it. You know, groceries, things like that. You could still put that kind of stuff in the back of the two-door, but honestly, you were very limited as to how much you could fit back there. And if you happen to go to the, let's say, the grocery store or Lowe's or whatever with somebody else, then you really started to feel how limited the space was in the two-door. Not like that in the four-door. Always plenty of room, and I could even put the seats down, which I could have in the two-door as well, but they're much more cumbersome to mess with than those of the four-door. Now, speaking about the rear seats, the two-door, of course, is a 4-passenger. Some might say it's 5, I don't know. And it does come with rear seats, but if you've gotten in and out of the back of a two-door Jeep, then you know, unless you're, 16 or 20 years old, it's horrible. There's no space to get in and out. It's very cramped between those front seats, even when you push them forward to get in and out. Just not good in my opinion, particularly if you haul more than 2 people all the time, or frequently, I guess. So that's a definite benefit in having the four-door for sure. Now, the power of this thing. I'm comparing, I guess, the same engine. It's a 3.6, I believe, liter. Naturally aspirated, obviously not the turbo. And so was the most recent two-door Jeep Wrangler that we had. And I will say the two-door felt quicker a little bit. I'm not talking about a huge difference by any means, but it did feel quicker. And that would make sense because it was lighter. It didn't have the extra weight that this thing has because it's a four-door, right? Otherwise, I really don't notice any difference when it comes to power. Handling-wise, the four-door is definitely better. It's because, I guess, of a combination of the extra weight and I suppose the longer wheelbase, of course. It just feels more planted on the road, particularly if you're going down a cupped road. I always noticed in my two-doors that it seemed to ride the cup of the road, right? Always seemed like it was pulling you one way or the other unless you were concentrating on straddling that cup in the road. I don't notice that at all in this Jeep. Another thing, speaking of, I guess, the way it handles the steering in the two-door, and maybe it was an issue with the two-door we had, I'm not sure, but it did feel like it would really pull more when you went over some sort of a bump or again on that cup of the road, separate from it just riding that cup. It always seemed to be, I guess, looser than what this is. This feels tighter to me than what that Jeep did. Now, let's talk about the quality between the two, right? And it's a testament to Jeep, really, because the two-door that we had was a 2018. It was, 8 years old at this point. I guess it would have been probably about 6 model years old or 7 maybe, whatever, when we got rid of it. But the quality seems to still be pretty darn good. The paint on that Jeep was really good. I never noticed any fit and finish issues, unless I was being really picky, and it doesn't really have to do with the body of the Jeep itself. It was the little tie down or clamp areas, I don't know what you call them, where you push down that little nub on the back of the soft top. those always popped out. And I think there may have been a recall on that, if I'm not mistaken. We never took it in for it, so maybe that's on us that we never took care of it. But I do think there was some issue that those back flaps, that's the word I'm thinking of, those flaps wouldn't pin underneath that little plastic retaining part in the back. If you've had a two-door Jeep Wrangler, a recent one, then you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, the rest of the body, the lines, the paint, the quality of the paint, I would say is pretty much the same. The only thing that I noticed, and that Jeep was pumpkin orange, was the paint seemed to oxidize. In other words, it was kind of rough when you'd run your hand across it, even after washing it, right? And I think that might be a function of the South Texas sun. You know, sitting out in the sun down here, it is pretty strong. So I think having that orange color, and I've heard this about reds as well, that they don't do great in high intensity sun. So maybe that's a factor of the environment, but that's really the only thing. Otherwise, everything was good. On the interior, same thing. I never had any issues on the interior of the two-door, and I don't on the four-door. It's solid, no problems. Nothing that I would be concerned with whatsoever. We do have the updated screen in here, which I really like. It's a bigger screen than what we had in the two-door. I think it's an improvement. Functionally, it's been spot on. And I will say I have not, fingers crossed, experienced the Mopar black screen that I've had in every other Jeep that I've owned. At some point, shortly after I got it, you'd start the Jeep up and the screen would go black. It would come back. It was almost like maybe that screen was, or the system, I guess, the software was updating. Very strange. Have not had that happen. So maybe whatever that was with the prior generations of infotainment screens, radios, whatever, Jeep has taken care of it. Otherwise, very happy with it. The only ding I would give the four-door, and it's worse than the two-door, is fuel economy. Right now, if I take a look at it, I'm getting, and this is what I think I've been getting, 14.4 miles per gallon. I actually think it's come up 0.2, but it's not good. And I think that's probably because of these tires that we have. They're big, heavy mud terrains. I think once we go down to something a little bit less weight and less aggressive, I expect that fuel economy number to come up, and maybe it'll come up a little bit as the Jeep breaks in. I mean, we don't have a ton of miles on this yet, so I expect we'll see an improvement anyway. Overall, I love it. It's awesome. I do prefer it over the two-door. It's a blast to drive. It's fun. It's quick, as I mentioned. It accelerates fast. You can see everything out of it. It's comfortable. The seats are just as good, and they were pretty good in the two-door as well. And the Jeep Gladiators never really had any issue with seating in any of those vehicles. So I would recommend it if you're looking for something with a little more rugged quality, 4x4 in an SUV, unless you're looking for something really luxury. I would check out the Wrangler. It's been pretty good for me so far. Again, it's brand new. But I really like it. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've got a Jeep Wrangler four-door. How's it been doing for you? How's it hold up? And do you still like it? Would you recommend it? I'd be curious to know. Real quick, smash that subscribe button if you haven't before, and we'll see you next time on the web. Bye.